Zero's moving, and Priest may come on later.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna do. So this is Chapter 2, Episode 5 of Price of Vengeance from our Thoridan campaign. We got Paulian and Barash here today. The other players may. Zero's definitely out, and Priest is going to be possibly on later. So last game we had a pit fight in the Diamond in the Dirt. Second place went to Eiley, who was the only one of the group that entered. We had the winner of that was a stinking bearskin. So there's another rival there. Before that, the party did a little bit of investigating in the... Zero was in the Rogues Quarter, and the rest of the party was in the Merchant Quarter, talking to some people in the market and in the Titus Emporium. Did anybody end up buying that Dust of
No.
Dryness? No? Okay. So that's all we had for that game. We finished off the pit fight. So it's near... Oh yeah, we did a wander around the city so that now it is all visible on the map, which you can see there. So we're ready to go for the finishing off this day and going on to the next day. So the other two, I'm going to have them not be with you guys, so you'll meet with the support team on your own. Zero is going to be back in the Rogues Guild investigating there, and for Eiley, he said he's gonna go and kind of chum up in the taverns around the Diamond in the Dirt, since he's got a little bit of a fan base there now, so he's gonna see if he can drum up some information from that. And so the rest of you will go back and meet the others. Is there anything you want to do before you leave the pit fight area?
Collect my money.
Yeah, so you collect your money. I think I wrote it down in the story. Possibly, no. Yeah, maybe here in days one. No, that was it. So I'll just get rid of I'm just going to pull them out of the combat tracker so they're not visible on the main screen. There we go. All right, so that's where we're going to start. And what do you guys want to do now? It's evening now. The pit fight was in the afternoon into the evening.
So, let's see.
Get my map up here.
Okay. I mean, we...
Probably time. Go back to the inn.
Yeah.
See what the others have uncovered.
All right. Oh, one more thing for the stream. I'm going to do a game giveaway to subscribers today. So anybody who's subscribing can enter the contest. Just let me pull it up for a sec here. But yeah, you guys can head back to the inn where you guys are staying. And we'll start there in a sec. to Cloudbot. Alright, so it's for subscribers only, and I'll make it for 9:45 till midnight, so that's about 2 hours and 10 minutes. Okay, so if you are a subscriber, you can type !raffle to join the game giveaway. Right now I only have one person viewing, so that's okay. Okay, so you get back to the inn, and there are Phineas is there, and some of the others are back now. So we had Phineas was finding out about old links to the current leader. I'm just going to check my notes and see if I got a name for him yet. That would be relevant at this point. And then Mithra was investigating the Hobgoblin agenda. Treyo was looking at the bearskins in the city. Jaradil and Zaramani gathering info on the people in the Nobles Quarter. And then Zero's still at the Rogues Guild area. And Eiley is at the Diamond in the Dirt area.
Now that he's famous.
Now that he's famous, yeah.
We're coming in second.
Hopefully his disguise holds out. Oh, yeah, Jesse, I was, it doesn't actually affect you, but I was mentioning that the character sheet in D&D Beyond will let you add skills, so if you had a skill in one of those kits, you can just add it as a skill. You can also do it in Fantasy Grounds, but if you do it in D&D Beyond, it doesn't transfer over when you export. So that's kind of annoying. The other thing I found is that if you put anything in the backpack or in any container, it doesn't transfer over to Fantasy Grounds.
Right. So
if you want to keep track of things that way in D&D Beyond, that's fine, but when it goes time to do the transfer, you gotta empty everything out of your bags and then transfer and then put them back in, I guess.
Well, really since it's backpack stuff, I might just leave it off the sheet and just kind of manage the backpack in D&D Beyond. It's
true,
not stuff that I plan on using on a regular basis.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to need to attack with it or something.
Yeah, and if there is anything in the backpack that you might need, you can just put it out of the backpack and just assume it's still in there.
Yep.
Or, you can just add it in D&D Beyond when you need it, or I can add it when you need it. So, that's also fine. Yeah, it's not. We haven't actually needed anything really other than the magic items, so. And if it's something like a rope, you can just say, I use the rope, right?
Yep.
Alright, so let's get into the, yeah, I guess so let's just role play out the lore dump of information.
Sounds good.
Alright, so Phineas is there.
What did you guys find?
Phineas says, well, oh yeah, I was looking up the name of the leader. I need to get that.
Well, you started. And then there was this squirrel.
Squirrel. That is definitely. I am Doug.
Mhm.
I was watching over at the squirrel. My master said I am very, very smart. Okay, where are my notes? I'm usually very organized with my folders, but I always have lots of folders, so I have to go into them to find things. There we go. Planning. Yes, current leader of Hill's Edge. Space.
Not the current. We wanted to know his last one, right?
The
We
last
got
one's
One really.
the last
one or both.
The last one's name was Malthier. You guys
right.
don't know what happened to him. The current leader is
Isn't the current leader the First Lord Pormathal?
Did I already say that?
Yeah, I wrote it down like weeks ago.
Okay. What did I put?
First Lord Pormathal.
I
got a Pormothal. But right after that, I have all non-humans have been evicted from the Hillsfar, so that's obviously him.
All right. That is his name.
But we could call him Doug.
Doug is his name. All right, First Lord Pormathal is the former gladiator manager, and Phineas had gone out to find out about him. And so what he has found is that he so he was, or let me do the voice. So I found out that this Pormathal guy, he was quite a outspoken racist. Did not like anyone non-human, and talked endlessly about it. He was one of the first, or one of the last gladiator managers to give up the slaves. He was very upset about that and has been speaking out in the town about how unfair it was for people to take their slaves away. And he turns out he had not actually given up all of his slaves, so he was keeping slaves hidden, waiting for a chance for the city to go back to the way he thinks it should be. So he found some help from some of the other people of like mind in the city, and then he was trying to raise enough people to make a coup against the existing lord, who was not. The existing lord was sort of caught in between two things, because he was also wanted the town to still keep its slaves, but he was more of a practical man who knew that the empire was the better side to stick with. But so he wasn't the greatest guy in the world either, the Malthier guy. But this extremist Pormethal, he met with someone named the Bagoda, the chief of these barbarians, it looks like, who had come down from the north and are camped somewhere outside of the city. Not sure where, but he used some of his barbarians to help this guy take over the city with some of the guards. And I think I haven't checked into the guards too much, but I think there's a few factions within the guards that one that sided with this guy. So that's about a third of the guards were on this guy's side, and then the other 2/3, some of them just were kind of opportunists and didn't care one way or the other, and then the other side was at least seeming to support sticking with the Empire. And so there was these three factions, and then when the barbarians came and kind of tipped the scales, the middle faction basically just rolled over to them, but they still kind of keep separate from them generally in social situations. And then the Empire ones, many of them were killed. Some of them were the ones that were ejected who are not human. And so that is now a very small contingent. Some of them are still in the guard and I think in hiding or something, or just not saying the truth. There seems to be a bit of a secretive thing going on there. Couldn't really get much information about that. But yeah, the Pormethal is definitely had taken over. I still did not find out what happened to the previous to Malthier, but I suspect he's either been killed or taken by the barbarians.
It'd be good to know if there is leader of the group of guards that oppose Orville.
So there is three leaders of these guards. So the one that is currently and that was at the time also the leader of the guards is still the leader. He kind of betrayed his lord there, and his name was what's his name? Xandrinus, and he's the one in charge of the guards right now, and of the main of that faction that was supporting Pormethal. And then there is another leader of the Empire supporting side, but I did not get a name for him, and he is definitely in hiding due to the opposition winning. And then there is the leader of the neutral faction. I believe these ones are the most susceptible to being paid, and his name is Artem. So Xandrinus is leader of guard.
Got it. Xandrinus, bad guys. Don't know who the good guys is, and the neutral is Arthur. You know, Pauline, this would be a good thing to write in your book back to Patch.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
This is not something we should have to fund, but he could look into this as well.
Yeah, you can open up that or if you want to just make a new note.
Okay, I can do a new one.
If you want to keep track of what you have sent him, probably a good idea to do that.
How do you spell those names?
So if you just create the new note, I will add it to that. Or can you create them?
Yep, it's created.
Oh yeah, I need to look at it through GM.
Oh yeah, I should make it public. There we go. Now you should be able to see it easily.
Okay, notes. Book 2. Okay. So I'll just cut and paste in here. Alright, so we got the Sanders, leader of Hills Edge Guard. And then, what was the other guy's name? Artem Hills Edge. Okay, and that's this guy. Alright, and if you want to put any more notes about what was said, I covered most of it there, but and that was various old links up to the current leader. Oh, some other information that Parmathal has taken over the castle that used to be called Castle Malthier. He hasn't renamed it after himself, but it's just called the castle now. and that is number 4 in the map.
Yep.
So it's right next to here.
Very convenient from the inn.
Yeah, and he's also cleared out, obviously, all of the guards who are not loyal directly to him or to the Xandrinus.
Yeah, what happened to those guards? Did they get fired or imprisoned or kicked out of the city?
So the ones that supported Malthier were mostly killed in the battle. The ones that were iffy, I'm not sure. Some of them got kicked out if they were non-human, and the rest kind of either took a low profile and are still in their faction in the city. The third faction is a little secretive. So yeah, as an outsider, it's nobody seemed to want to take the risk to talk to me about that. So
This is understandable.
I mean, it sounds like that's a good place to look for allies. Would be like anyone we know. If they're hiding out anywhere in particular, if they've got secret meetings, should find them.
I think if you the best bet to get somebody to talk might be for one of us in the gladiator group to go out, like myself or someone or someone who can seem human, to go outside of the city and see in the shanty town if there's any of those guards that might be able to get us in touch with the ones that would help. That seems the best bet because they have less to lose being already outside.
Yeah, and they'd know where the ones who stayed inside would live.
Yeah. Although they still may be quite wary of us being spies for the other faction. But if we could prove to them somehow, maybe they might help.
Perhaps.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Alright, and we got still waiting for some others to come back in. But we got Mithra here. He checked into the hobgoblins. So I'm gonna let you type in the notebook now for that.
Okay.
Put that down here. So yeah, Mithra, you want to go ahead? Let me just remember who Mithra is. Oh yeah, he's the changeling spy. So
Could have been anybody.
yeah, he comes up and he says, yeah, so I went and tried to get into one of the meetings with the hobgoblins. They are staying near the castle, so right around here. I wasn't able to get into a meeting with them because there are only 2 hobgoblins and some guards. The 2 hobgoblins seem to be definitely a leader and a second. I didn't catch their names, but I did see them enter into the castle on a couple different occasions. So once in the morning, and then they went out and went to a tavern and had a meal. They were definitely not well received in the tavern. Everyone was staring at them and not very comfortable with them, but they didn't seem to care. They seemed very confident in their abilities. They after the lunch, they went back into the castle, which seemed a little strange. Like, why didn't they just stay in there if they were not welcome outside in the city? But they didn't seem to care. I think they kind of did it because they wanted to show their power or something. Seemed like a power play. Yeah, they wanted to kind of flaunt the fact that they're powerful enough to be in the city without unlike any other non-human. And they seemed quite arrogant at the way they walked around and puffed out. So after they went in the second time, I tried to sneak into the castle, but I was not able to get into the room where they were having the meeting. But they were definitely meeting with the First Lord. So I couldn't get into what they were talking about, but I did definitely see them meet with him. That's about all I know. And they are definitely hobgoblins from the Hobgoblin Empire. I was able to identify their markings. Pornofall.
Yep. Very well, I'll change it.
Yes. You always gotta say the name out loud to check it before you expose it to players. Yeah, let me just I'm pretty sure I named the Hobgoblin Empire. I'm just gonna look that up. That's not the one. Oh, let's see my book here. Oh, Keltar Empire. Kaltar.
Cal?
Kaltar, yeah, Keltar.
Okay, who else is back?
So it's just these two here. Oh yeah, Treo comes in. Amen. So
No.
I was following the Bearskins, man, and there are a lot more of them in the city. They were all over. they're keeping their patrol. They have patrols, and they're definitely not just casually walking around the city. They are scouting the city and keeping men in all areas of the city that I was in. And they seem to be, from the time in the morning that I looked around, there was more by the afternoon that I noticed. But they're being very subtle about those kind of movements. Some of them are pretending to just be tourists, going in the market area, and they definitely are not just doing that. They are patrolling and keeping an eye on things.
How are they coming?
Did they ever go into the castle? Did they ever talk to the Lord?
They specifically, from what I saw today, avoided the castle. I did not see any near it or go into it. But I didn't stake out the castle. And Mithra says, yeah, I didn't see any near the castle.
So did they come in through the front gate every day?
They were... Some of them seem to already be in the city, and more have come in through the main gate. I also noticed some come in through the noble gate, which, as far as I knew, didn't have access for anyone other than nobles. But I didn't spend too much time there, because I assumed Jarendil and Zaramani were going to be there. So they could probably tell us more when they get back. Alright, and you wait a little bit longer and then they come in, unless you had more questions for him. Nope. Okay.
Yeah, not in the last. No, we're good.
Okay, so the two blade singers come in and they sit down at the table with you. You guys are doing this in a private room. And I assume you're having your dinner as you go through that.
Yeah.
So they come in and they say, well, we saw... we didn't find out too much because the nobles don't really seem to care. They only are griping about the fact that their slaves were taken away before, and now they seem pretty happy that they're able to have them again. So that seems to be the general consensus from the nobles. I did notice that these barbarian types are coming through the nobles' gate, which seemed unusual, and a few of the nobles indicated that was unusual, and they didn't like it very much. The riffraff coming in through their gate. But other than that, they didn't seem to be too concerned about the transfer of power. Other than some of them expressed distaste for the new lord because he wasn't of noble blood. The previous lord was. We did see a few people who were not nobles, but of the more well-off folks. That there were the occasional person who would tell us that they went along with what the other nobles or what the nobles in the city wanted, but actually they preferred the Empire to what's going on now. So there
How
are
many of them preferred the Empire?
just a few, very few. Most of the noble types that would, I mean, we had this, a lot of it was us overhearing conversations because a lot of the nobles wouldn't talk to us.
I have a feeling that we would find if the Empire came, that the nobles would roll over like dogs that they are.
Yeah,
They're
that
not
was
interested.
our impression as well. They don't seem to be as much of an influence in this city as other things. This seems to be a lot more of a the merchants and the military have more power in this city than anything else. Although some of the nobles are involved in merchant endeavors, so that's how they got their money and position. There seems to be two factions in the noble quarter. One is the rich merchants, and the other is people who are born into money. But unlike a lot of places, they tend to get along. So it seems like the money for most people is enough.
Well, it is good to know that if rebellion happens, the noble quarter would probably just roll. The slaves, of course, would roll.
Mm-hmm.
The merchants, don't know where they lie. I would hope they do the right thing. And
Well,
then
I mean, usually
eventually,
if there's money in it for them, either way, they seem to find a way to profit. So
yeah.
they were still, from what we heard, they were still profitable before the switchover.
Yep.
So, but, you know, the advantage of slave labor is that you don't have to pay for it, so.
Fair. So who are we waiting to come back?
That's everybody from the support crew.
Everybody.
Valina is there as well. That's the cleric. She didn't go out and do anything. She was kind of kept behind in case anybody got injured or anything. And the two gladiators, the Minotaur and the Goliath, they were with Phineas, so
Right.
they haven't. They're also back. So everybody from the support team is there. Zero and Eiley are out still. And they said don't wait up.
This is fun.
You suspect did Zero
Rowdy evening they're having tonight.
Yeah, out of game, did Zero tell you guys about the other heist? I feel like he did, but I think last time we talked he said he didn't, so.
The other heist, the one that got cancelled
Yeah.
because of the heat. Yes, we knew. We were here.
Okay, you knew about it. Okay. So he said he's gonna, if that is on for tonight, he's gonna be doing that tonight.
Very.
And yeah, Eiley might be out carousing with his fans.
Second place in the Gladiatorio contest.
Yeah.
It's like $10.
He
Second
also
place when you're the underdog. It's not
he also does not look like much. He's a tall, skinny guy, and he was able to kick some ass for quite a while. Although the reason he managed to stay to the end is mostly because the other two strongest ones were beating each other up. But yeah, he's the underdog hero. All of the other ones though do tell you that the general public is a bit nervous about these barbarians, the ones that have noticed them around, and the ones that knew that they kind of helped in the attack. or in the coup attack.
It would be good to find out where their camp is.
That would be a good one.
Because if we can find out how many there are, then, there's a lot of them. We can find good ways to strike at them. If most of them are in city, we burn down their camp.
All right, well, who would be best for that one? Probably Treo and or Mithra would be good at doing that one.
Either that, or if Eli comes back, Eli could always fly out.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I guess, is there anything else you want to do this evening?
This evening, we drink.
All
Then
right.
we go to
Yep.
sleep.
Phineas says, so don't drink too much tonight because tomorrow I want to work on the training for the gladiators. Those of you who want to be in the gladiator fights and join the guild. If you join the guild, you will no longer be able to fight in that fight that Eiley had joined. Because that one is not sanctioned and you could get in trouble and get fined or suspended for doing that. But yeah, we would like to do some gladiator training tomorrow and also to teach you the Juggernaut game if we can, or some elements of it. So I would like you guys to join that if you really want to see what the gladiator life is about. So it is one of the highlights.
Is that no holds barred, or is that?
It's a little bit more a rule. There are rules to follow, so it's a bit more like a sport than the actual just fighting.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if magic is allowed.
So the magic is specifically controlled. There is allowed one haste spell cast upon the quick person. It's one of the rolls, and that is only once per period. And then there's a couple more spells. I haven't figured out all the rules yet. There's a couple more spells that you can cast, but only at specific times and for specific purposes. Other than that, it is not usually allowed. There's also no ranged attacking in that, other than the reach weapons that are allowed in the game. But it is definitely the combat is a little less lethal, although injuries do sometimes happen. But with clerics standing by, it's usually never becomes too much of a problem. But it is definitely a cool strategy and competition sport.
Okay. So have drink with gladiator prop
Ah, yes.
and go to bed.
All right. The other two gladiators have a few drinks with you and tell you some more stuff about their exploits as gladiators.
Can I get a good whiskey in this bar?
Yep. They have They have many fine liquors and wines and
Awesome.
things here. This is like the one of the most high end inns and taverns in the town. So you want to spend a gold on something really fancy?
Sure.
All right. And for you're just drinking ale, I assume.
Yeah.
So that'll be like a
Paid.
negligible amount of coppers. Unless you go for the good beers.
Well, how many of us is drinking?
So
Two of us and a couple.
The Minotaur and the
Right.
Goliath will have a few, no more than 3. And then Jaradiel and Zaramani don't have anything. Trail will have some as well, and Mithra does not. Phineas has 1 or 2.
Very well. I will give Barkeep 5 silver, and I will pay for drinks.
For those having the less fancy
Ale.
drinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I will pay 5 silver for everyone to drink all night. Except Pauline.
Except for Pauline.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so you do that and have a good time. You get to know these guys a little better. And then the next day, so the plan is part of the day will be the training with Phineas and the two gladiators. I'm just going to copy this one over here. And so we'll make up the list of what people are going to do for day 2. I'm just going to change this to day planner. Hills Edge day planner. So I should be able to just copy this. No. It doesn't do what I want it to do. Alright, gotta redo it. Okay, so Phineas and gladiators. So are you both going to go for the training?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
especially if we can figure out how this thing is played.
Okay, so we got Mithra, Treo. Any idea what you want them to do?
So who all's playing on the... Like, who all's gonna train?
So I'm going to assume that Zero and Eiley will get the training as well. So you can have them on the team if you want. And then they can decide when it's that day. Whoever is basically out of player characters who is like whatever role is not filled will get filled in by the other support team people.
Yes, but it's easier for us to decide who we can get to go do things and who's not letting in the training.
Yeah, so I'm going to assume that it's you 4 will be in the training, although I'll just focus on Barash and Pauline. So Mithra, Treo, and the 2 Blade Singers will be available to do other things.
Now, Treyo is changeling.
Mithra's a changeling. Treyo is the assassin.
Treyo. So maybe if we can get Mithra to find out where bear skins are coming.
Yep.
Get the idea of how many people are in their camp.
Okay.
Treyo, maybe go into merchant quarter out of town, if possible, and talk to. Give him the name of the gnome guard. I don't. My head.
Okay.
And see if he can help us figure out who in city might be willing to, help with rebellion if one starts.
Anyone like to help with the rebellion?
Did you try to rebel today?
Yeah, Treyo may not be the best person for that.
Okay.
He is... Yeah, he's good at sneaking and combat, but talking to people is probably not going to be his best.
Not his thing.
Yeah, and Mithra might be better at that, or the Blade Singers.
Very well. Blade Singers can do it.
Okay.
If they can get in and out of town. Info on Loyal Guard.
Okay, so I'll put them there. Oops. Yeah, okay. So, what do you want Treyo to do then? Go with Mithra, or do you have something else?
Going with Mithra, not a bad idea. He
Okay.
is sneakier.
Alright, so we'll take that one off. And yeah.
And this would be team plans for day 2.
Oh yes. Okay, so that is everybody. So Valina will be with you guys in case somebody gets hurt in training.
And Polian, did you send note to? Oh, it's as soon as you put it
You
in.
just write it, yeah, and then it goes at a specific time, I think, is it? Or does it
It can be sent once per day, so
once per day? Okay, yeah, well, I'll send that as it is.
that one was for yesterday.
Period.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, yep, that's good info. Okay, that one is done. Alright, so you guys get up and have breakfast, and then head out on your ways to your various goals. And you guys head out to the vault. So you had previously investigated this vault. Eiley had gone in as a mouse or something and had checked out what's going on in there. It's basically only for Gladiator Guild members. And so Phineas gets you in there and says that you're guild members in training. And he says that you guys can look around for a bit and see what kind of stuff is in there if you want to buy anything new. They have weapons and specific, well, I guess you would call it equipment for the Juggernaut game. So there are things like, those American Gladiator kind of things with the buffer, the two ends on with the big padding. They have those, but with a little less of the padding. And they have sort of a long curved, kind of like a quarterstaff, but with a curve in it, and then it ends in kind of a hook shape for like tripping someone. And then there are also various different types of flails and chains that are used by one of the roles in the sport for the reach weapon. And then there's just like various pads and protective armor for those in the different roles of the sport. Plus there's other weapons and armor for just regular gladiator fighting. There's piecemeal armor and stuff for the partly for like appearance and partly for protection. So there's things that kind of are made to look cool, like skull helmets and stuff like that, that are both practical and made for appearance.
People need skull helmet to look.
Yeah, to look cool. But generally the gladiators like to, be distinctive so that people recognize them and remember them. So they usually have a signature look. There are, and if you haven't got one yet, there's like artisans who will craft the armor into something that meets your look. So it looks very professional and very almost like an artistic kind of expression thing. The armors in there are not like the type of armors you usually meet, where they're very practical and that kind of thing. They're more into the art of the craft of armor making and sword making, and they make fancier things. So if you get talking to one of them, they start going on about things they can do and things they have done. Some of the things you can get in there are, so basically any weapon that you can think of from the player's handbook, and any like special weapons or unusual weapons like tridents and nets and stuff like that. Anything you can think of would be used in a gladiator setting. And they also have magic weapons. Let's see, where did I put this? Oh yeah, the locations. So they have most regular and some adamantine weapons and armor, as well as they have magical ones up to +2 available for sale.
We can afford any of those.
Probably
Very
not.
much.
Yeah, everything is going to be that's magical is going to be over 1,000 for sure. Oh, and there was one cool item
That we can afford.
I can't remember. I looked it up and I was like, this is really cool. But it might be something you'll need for another time. But I'll just describe it and then you can keep that in mind. Looking it up here. What was it? Oh, I know what I was... I made some house rules also for the weapon, the armor, because I thought it was dumb that with the current rules for mithril, you don't, it doesn't have any purpose to be on chain shirt. So where did I put my house rules?
I presume it was super light, but that's not really.
It says that, but the actual benefit is only would be on a heavier armor, because it says it removes the strength requirement and also the some other thing that level of armor doesn't have, so it basically is no better than just a regular chain shirt. So I changed it to say, if I can just find it here. House rules, there we go. So I'll just bring this one over here. I think I will share this with you guys when I get the chance. Oh yeah, and I also made the rules on the kits. So basically, you can do the custom skills in D&D Beyond for these. Intimidation you can use with strength if it makes sense for what you're trying to do. So you can sometimes use strength for intimidation, like threatening violence or crushing something in their face, etc. Tools and kits, so thief tools is a dex-based thing, usually, maybe sometimes for intelligence. And then for opening locks, disabling traps. The disguise kit will basically give you the quality of the disguise, and then a casual perception check is what will be the counter, or will compare skill checks on that. Herbalism kit, usually wisdom. There's certain things. I have a custom rule that I'm going to throw in there that I got from the internet for what things you can do with a herbalism kit. And then other things like crafting tools. You can make stuff that you can sell or use. So I'll make a list of those later on. The armor. So mithril, I said that its weight is half the normal weight of the armor type that's made of mithril. And then if the armor... Oh yeah, that's what it was. It normally negates stealth penalties and strength requirements, which makes it useless to put on medium armor. So to handle that, I added the following. If the armor does not impose a disadvantage on stealth, then the bearer will never have a disadvantage on stealth while wearing the armor unless they're blatantly not being stealthy. So it just basically will give you a non-disadvantage on stealth. And then if the armor does not impose a strength requirement, then the dex limit is increased by 1. So if you have a chain shirt, which says the dex limit is 2, then a mithril chain shirt will have a dex limit of 3. So it gives you a little bit better armor for those who are dexterous. And then if the armor is also magical, the bonus may be added to the stealth check. So, but it also adds to the cost of the item if you're buying it. And then the price is a little different because of those rules. So for non-magic ones, the price is the regular cost plus 250 per point of AC above 10, which basically makes the chain shirt come out to pretty close to the 800 that I had given before, but now is a bit more useful. And then for Elven Chain, I also noticed that it wasn't very great. So I basically allowed the Dex Max to increase to 4, unless used with a shield, which means it's less bulky, or more bulky in that, and give it a price. And I was gonna make some other notes if I found anything unusual. So now that mithril shirt that is being sold by the dwarf in the shanty town would actually be useful. But I think he was selling it for 800, so.
Yes, not useful.
Might be useful more for 0 than the rest of you.
No.
Okay, so back to this. You guys are in the vault. Yeah, anything that you can probably buy there is probably going to be expensive, so...
So Finley, you're our trainer. You're the one going to show us how.
Yes.
What do you suggest do we need?
What was that? Cut out
What
for
do
a
you
second.
suggest that we need? So, I mean, I can go buy things, but if I'm not going to use them, there's no point.
Yeah, we're going to provide you with the weapons you need for the fighting, and you know, you'll be able to use armor as allowed by the particular fight. So that's
Then I need not buy it.
yeah. You won't need anything for now.
Train.
For now, we're just going to train. So, but I just want to let you look around in case you want to see if there's anything you wanted. Okay, so now the first lesson right off the bat is what do you think is the most important thing to be able to do in the gladiator arena?
Move the ball.
Well, we're talking about just regular gladiator fighting first, then we'll talk about the juggernaut.
Either hit first or don't get hit.
Well, actually, the most important thing is to put on a show. So the first thing you need to realize is not to take out your opponent too quickly. So first thing you need to learn is how to pull your attack so as to not do as much damage. So he spends some time showing you how to do that, and the end result of you learning that will be that you can cut your damage in half if you want to on an attack.
Okay.
In order to make the combat last longer. And so he says, because the audience wants to see a show, you need to do fancy moves, not just defeat your opponent. You need to do it in a way that has some flash to it. So instead of just hitting someone like over the head. You want to jump up in the air and then come down with a mighty blow on him. Maybe still doing the same amount of damage or a little bit less, but to make it look like it really hurt. Okay, and also when you're reacting to being hit, you want to do a little bit of acting, there where you get hit and then you fall down, maybe, or down to one knee and then fight your way back up, that kind of thing. You really want to play it up and make the crowd get their money's worth. Okay, and so we're going to practice a few of those moves, and then you guys will have a few things to pull out when you need it. And so he proceeds to teach you some things like flashy moves, jumping off of things. Usually there'll be obstacles and stuff in the arena, so you'll be able to use them. Sometimes they'll have like monsters in there or creatures that are chained up that if you get too close to them, they'll attack you. He shows you how to get close to. They actually have some of them in the vault there. So he shows you how to get close enough to them to let them give you a little swat, but not be enough to like actually damage you. So, but it looks like it's more dangerous than it is. And you guys notice, especially Eiley is noticing that the animals in here look pretty sad. They're like ferocious creatures, but they look pretty sad and not very well taken care of. So Eiley takes note of that. And then Phineas totally does not notice that. He's just too used to this kind of environment.
Is what it is.
Yeah. And then you spend some time training with the two big guys, so as to know how to, like, do things like sort of use the cover of the larger person to kind of make a move or make usually when there's a fight going on, it's like it's not exactly rigged. In a lot of cases it is very lethal, especially when it's in a society like this where there's slaves. But in the regular city fights, it's usually pretty choreographed and figured out. So he shows you both ways of doing things. One is like you work together with the opponents, kind of like in professional wrestling, doing big moves and stuff like that, and sometimes not even using your weapons, doing like a wrestling move like a suplex and stuff like that. They teach you some of those.
Pile driver. And they show you also how to not actually break the neck of the person you're doing that to. But the accidents happen.
Yeah, that's why we have clerics. And you notice that while you guys are doing all this training, the what's her name, Valina, is paying very close attention to what you guys are doing and making sure nobody's getting hurt and getting ready with a healing spell. And then they also show you some of the things that you can do with certain spells to make damage a little bit less. So you can make it so it looks like it's going to do more damage, but it doesn't. Like resistances and stuff like that. Also, you already know for raging that you can rage and have take less damage from hits, so that's always a good thing. In fact, some fighters just take a level of barbarian just to get that, so they can fight longer. And the Goliath has some knowledge of barbarian skills.
Nice.
And then after you go through those training exercises, which takes a large part of the day, then you go into looking at the sport, and I'm going to have this one ready for the next session, so we won't go into that one right now as to what all the rules are and stuff, but I'll just say that you guys train in the way the sport works, because I still have to work out the rules and test it, because I'm not sure if it's going to work in a D&D setting. I've done this before as a game that I ran at a convention before, but I want to see if it'll work as D&D. So I will work that out by next session and test it and see if it's going to be what I want it to be. So yeah, I'll just say you learn the stuff you need to know for playing that sport with the rest of the day.
Okay.
Hey, I'm all sported up.
Okay. And then and yeah, I'll say also in this day that you get fitted for the armor pieces you need for the sport, and Phineas picks those up for you guys.
Nice.
And then the only other thing is you need to what was it? I had a there is some costs for joining the Gladiator Guild, so when you do that, I'll figure that out for next week. You'll have to join it by next week and pay some money. It's not too expensive.
I think I already paid. You brought this up when we first met Phineas.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Okay, then I don't think I wrote it down in the.
Yes. You said, yeah, you have to pay this much, and so I said, okay, I'm in.
Oh, you already paid it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if the other guys said that right away that they wanted to join. I think you were quite eager, so.
Yes.
I don't think I did.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that it was something I had to do to get into the town.
Oh, okay.
But regardless.
Okay, so
My specialty is not information gathering and subterfuge, it's pounding.
yeah. Okay, so for this, the end of this day, after your training, you spend the morning and the afternoon doing that, and then at dinner time, you guys go back to the inn to meet up with the others, and Mithra and Treo are back, and they have some information about the bearskin camp.
Ooh,
Okay, so they so you guys sit down, have some dinner, and they say, yeah, we found a camp not too far from here, outside the city, about 2 or 3 hours travel, fast travel away from here, to the let's see, I think it's going to be the right of the city, so that's east of the city, and there is quite a large camp of barbarians there, like thousands of them.
oh,
Yeah, so we weren't able to get too close to find out what's going on, but we did spot their leader, who is quite a large human, or possibly not human. We weren't sure. He seemed like unusually large for a human, like 9 feet tall. And he had, from what we could see from a distance, he seemed to have like parts of his skin were very red and kind of demonic. So he may not be human. And I don't think, Barash, you've ever actually seen Bagoda.
Possibly not.
But from the reports you had of him, he was definitely a large human, but he was not like that.
Not like this.
Yeah, so that may not be, that may be fairly recent.
Very well.
And yeah, so they have quite a few people there, and they were definitely waiting for something.
Interesting.
And they definitely don't want to be spotted, because they had a lot of spies and guards around their camp, making sure that no one spots them, so we weren't able to get too close. And we were very lucky that we are so good at our jobs that they did not spot us. So yeah, that's that.
About how many people are there in Hill's Edge?
Including all of the people and the like civilians and guards and stuff, probably maybe a few thousand.
Well, that would definitely be something we should tell Patch. Because they're planning on one of two things, or both. Not at the same time. But first thing, I would think that the barbarians are actually scouting city, right? Getting ready to run the city.
Yeah, you might want to start Notebook 3 there, Jess.
I'm putting in. This is like all the same session, so I already started in Notebook 2 again.
Oh, okay. I was just assuming each notebook would be the separate sending.
The days.
Yeah, it wasn't that way in the first one. I did like a few different days worth of sending in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, session based.
Okay. Well, we'll just put in a separator or something.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
There.
So yes, it's possible that they're going to try to take over this city, give them foothold, and then go after the Empire after. I know he has grand schemes of being a big man.
So yeah, what do you want to do about that?
Well,
Kill them all.
well, yes. Do you have the right spell for that?
Haven't learned that one yet.
Damn. Guess I'll take 1,000 on writing. You take 1,000 on.
Damn it. Okay, so that's, you're getting your day 2 send together. Might want to mention the extra large leader.
Extra large demonic, partially demonic leader.
Someone who's gonna have opinions on that.
Oh yeah. Also, after the day one send, you get a response back from Patch that says excellent information gathering. Yeah, I can type it in here. Yay. That's your response.
Okay.
The Gladiator Guild for military support.
That would be something that I think Phineas would probably be best to talk to the other managers.
He says, "Yeah, I can definitely do that tomorrow."
Find out where their alliances lie. Plus, what a show taking on the guard.
Yeah, they're all like drawing out the battle to totally demoralize the guards.
Yeah. Oh, you think it's all show to you, guard? Let me show you how long this pain can go.
We'll just stall until the Empire can send an actual military.
Yeah, really.
All right, that was his information, and then we get the who's still outstanding. Oh yeah, Jaredil, the Blade Singers. So they were in the merchant quarter of the shanty town. So they arrive back just a little while after you guys do, and they could not find the gnome guard. They did talk to someone who had seen her leave the town and head down the road, so they suspect she's just moved on. They did manage to find some other guards outside the city who are non-human, and definitely there is some contact between the people outside the city and inside the city as far as the guard goes. It's still nobody trusted them well enough yet to do something with that, but they said the ones that were outside the city said they will act as a liaison if you guys want to keep in touch through the Blade Singers. They'll trust them because they are elven. So the ones they were made a link with was another elf. So they will be your liaison to that guard faction. You could put that in a report. I love making players take notes.
Who are they going to interface with?
The good guards on
The Empire supporting guard faction.
Empire supported, that's it.
The
The
secretive
good
one.
guards outside the city.
So yeah, up above you mentioned the third guard faction, Secretive. They have links with the Shantytown exiled guards. All right. And then you guys have your dinner, and Mithra and Treo say, if you guys want, we could show you where the bearskin camp is, and we could check it out a little more tonight. It was a little hard to do in the daytime, but it might be a little easier at night. Might be able to gather more info.
Don't have a problem with this. It's just getting in and out of the city.
Oh yeah,
I guess if I go with Paulian can be, well, I don't know if Paulian can get us in and out of the city as Gladiator.
You might be
I
able
don't have the
to.
gladiator connections like.
You might be able to use the noble gate actually, because you are.
Yeah, I could.
You definitely present as a noble, and having a bodyguard slave might be reasonable. When they were in the noble area, the Blade Singers did say that there were people who had non-gladiator slaves there now, because that seemed to be okay again. So there are some non-humans there where that the nobles are keeping as slaves.
Yep. I can always pose as a slaver.
Do not get used to this, I think.
And yeah, Mithra and Treo will go with you if you want.
Of course.
I'm gonna
They know where they're going.
I'm gonna say Zero and Eiley have something else to do this night.
They're tired. They had to do exercise.
Yeah, they were up all. Zero was up all last night doing something, and Eiley was a little hungover today at the training. So yeah, maybe they're just gonna take it easy and catch up on their sleep tonight.
So we will go investigate.
All right. So you are gonna head out to the bandit camp, or the barbarian camp. All right, let's share an image here. Okay, so I'm gonna put I don't have a character sheet for these two guys, so I'm gonna just put I can use zero for Mithra, and I'll just use an assassin guy for Trail for now, and I'll make up character sheets later. And I'm gonna share this image. What's going on? Oh, it's just updating. so let's add into the combat tracker. So Mithra doesn't have spells, so I'll just ignore the trickster part of Zero's kit. Actually, I could probably use a scout NPC. You just get that NPC one. Nope, not that. Alright, let's get the combat tracker over here. And put them on your side. Okay, so you guys are on this road here, and this is an outpost guard station that is the most furthest away from the center of the large camp. And Treo and Mithra think that if you guys take out this camp or capture somebody from it, you might be able to get some info.
Very well.
These guys, like, I don't know,
Damn. That's...
broken the law or anything? Like, as a group? Or are they just, like, not really welcome? Or...
Who, the barbarians?
Hmm.
They've destroyed many people along their way down.
Yeah, these are the same
Right,
barbarians that killed lots of
My brother.
people.
Right, okay.
So yeah, it's the bearskin tribe that, yeah, they've decimated a bunch of tribes in the north. They haven't, well, and they're the same ones who attacked the city and killed all those Empire guards. Maybe not these guys specifically, but who knows? I was just going along for the ride, man.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Alright, let me get my encounter out. Oh yeah, first I gotta do the grid on this map. That's what I was trying to do.
There is grid on that.
Yeah, it is apparently not the right size. Actually, I kind of like it being half. Gives me more room here. Yeah, let's make it a little bit brighter.
I'm gonna be out of range of my headset for just a minute.
Okay.
Back.
Why can't I change this now? Oh, I need to be on this mode, I think. There we go. So I wanted to make this map a little bit bigger, so I've used the so the grid of this map is the squares on the actual map are 10 foot. So I'm using an additional grid to make it a little bit bigger.
Go.
Back.
Okay, so you guys start here. And I'm going to roll an initiative for you guys. Let's just do the... Come on. Actually, yeah, if you want to roll your initiatives.
Okay. There it is.
You have advantage for some reason?
No,
why
we
it
just
gave me
both
that.
rolled it exactly.
Oh, you
the
both
same
rolled at
time.
the same time. It's kind of funny.
That scared the cat.
Okay, I gotta find my counter here. Okay, so Barash is first. So you haven't spotted any people yet, so you can just move until you see somebody, and then I'll let you know.
Okay. So each square is 10 now? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the smaller grid is on the map too, so you can go by that.
Oh yeah, there's a smaller grid. Not very
If-
obvious on the road, but
Yeah, if you zoom in a little bit, you can see it a little better. Okay. I'm gonna auto approve this. If I can remember where that was. There we go. Alright, so next is Treo. Five, 15. And Pauline.
the diagonals count as 1.5.
Yeah, every second diagonal does.
And yeah, that's another move. Yep. Might as well hold an action. I'm gonna ready an action to I'll just blast someone that I see.
Okay. Okay, and it is actually dark in this, so if you don't have dark vision, you won't see more than a few squares ahead of you.
I do not have dark vision. Neither do
Yeah, I don't think any of you do.
Born.
So, but I'm going to assume you're not going to.
Is there a
carry
campfire?
Yes, it is on, so you can see that through the trees ahead. And actually, yeah, I will say you can see some of these guys now that are near
And
it.
what's the weather like? Is it a clear sky? Do we have some moonlight?
Let me roll. What's going on? It's just sitting there right now. Okay. Yeah, you have moonlight, so you can see a little bit. So I'll say your range of vision, other than near the campsite, is about 30 feet.
Okay.
And this campsite is going to have this. Where did I put that? Okay, so you can see that guy. Probably that guy. Okay, I think that's all you can see right now.
3.
Oh, I'll say this guy.
4.
Okay. Now it's Brash again.
Drat. Used to give me a ruler for it. That's 5, 10.
I can set it back to that again, so I can.
Sorry about it. I can count. Oh, there we go.
Okay. So some guys are moving around in here.
I'm gonna go down. Down in the forest as well.
Okay.
Being stealthy.
Okay, trio.
I already moved for the second round.
Okay. Okay, back to Barash.
Sticking to the trees as I go.
Okay. Now you need to make a stealth check.
Not the first time I have hunted. But it might be the last time I stealth.
I'll give you advantage for being in the trees there.
Oh, no. Okay.
I'm rolling. Oh, no. He's still way ahead.
Oh, wait, you rolled survival? Should be stealth.
Oh.
And check the advantage.
Stealth is the same. Well, it stealth was a dex 3. What did I grab? Wisdom plus 3. So it's still the same plus.
Okay,
Either way.
that's fine. Okay, he doesn't notice. And is he stealthy? Okay, you hear something not too far from you.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45 feet away or so.
45 feet in front of me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Past that tree. But you don't see it yet. Okay, and trail is gonna go down. There. And Polyon.
Yeah.
Hey, Barashian.
Okay, I will see, every second. I will just do sort of. Can I do half my movement to be
Yep.
quieter? Let's go to there.
You see a guy there.
Okay.
And you can still use the other 15 of your movement. Now that you see him. Yeah, that's right. But you're already moving stealthy from your stealth check, so you can move up to the edge of that tree if you want.
Stay in the tree.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, you're gonna stay put?
Yep.
Okay, let's see if this guy won't do anything. Nope. Alright, so it is Treo's turn. And Pauline's turn. Where did you want to go?
There.
Ah, okay. Okay, Barash again.
He's facing my way?
Hmm?
Is he facing my direction?
He does not notice you. He is looking around that area. So he's looking forward, left, and right. So you can plan to jump out at him when he's not looking that way.
This is what I'll do. Give myself the element of surprise as soon as he looks.
You will basically have surprise on him because he hasn't noticed you, so you'll get to act, and then he won't get to act, and then you'll get to act again.
Well, I will act.
Okay.
With a cleave. Yeah.
Okay, you're just gonna chop him down.
Yes. Oh.
Are you raging? That will draw attention to you because you kind of can't rage without making noise.
I won't yet.
Okay.
Now, surprise is advantage or no?
Yep.
Advantage.
Two nines.
Double 9. Is that 18? Okay.
15. Oh, and I noticed that D&D Beyond wasn't translating some of the combat abilities over, so I adjusted them on the Fantasy Ground side. 6 and 4. Okay, yeah. And then he's gonna miss his turn. So I will jump right to Trail. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. he is gonna do a... Oh, wow. Okay, so... short sword. With advantage. Oh my god. He missed.
Thoridan.
No, he gets the second attack.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully he can hit this time. Oh, how do I turn on advantage again?
Down at the bottom, where
On the
very bottom,
ADV.
just past the chat window.
Chat went.
Very bottom
there
left.
we go, yeah. Oh, damn it. Okay, there we go. There we go, natural 20. This guy is so dead. Let's see, that's... I'm gonna roll it out anyway, because that's funny.
Treyo killed him?
Huh?
Trail.
Did you say Treyo killed him?
He's
Yep.
pretty likely. He's got sneak attack and doubled, and he's got his short sword damage doubled. So that's
Sounds
that,
pretty lethal.
and then that. Oh, wait, what? Why is it not rolling? Oh, I guess I had to do it onto him before. Alright, I'll just roll d4, 8d6. How come that's not showing up? Do you guys see that?
No.
Okay, well, 11 is... He's already done 11 to this guy. Plus something like 20 something more. Yeah. Okay, so that guy is toast. He runs up and stabs him with his short sword right through the neck. And there's no voice to be have him call
gurgle,
out.
gurgle,
Yeah,
gurgle.
glug, glug, glug. And he immediately falls to the ground.
Well done, Treyo.
De nada. Okay, so Paulian.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Okay, you're both there. Back to Barash. So they have still not been notified that you're there.
wonder if we should have Changeling mimic this guy.
That might not be a bad idea.
That way we can draw attention away and get their surprise attack against them. Or, even if we lead one of them away.
Okay, so as soon as you say that, he morphs into that guy.
Okay.
That's his action for that round. Okay, so what are you gonna do?
Thoughts, Paul?
Well, I think we just, take up some positions and then start attacking, see if we can get everyone in on the surprise round.
Okay, so move forward.
Okay.
You could charge. Is there a charge ability in this 5e?
Yeah,
That guy's right in front of you.
he is. Straight line.
Yeah.
And he's close enough. Let's do it.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you have do you want a bonus action rage for that then?
Yeah, I'm just clicking that on right now.
Okay. You need to do your
Yeah, I got it.
bear rage, yeah. Okay. Okay, and so you'll get advantage. Oh, man. That's sad.
Is there an with charge? Is there an advantage to attack, or is it just advantage?
Okay, let me just look that up on D&D Beyond here.
Seems to me that that's the advantage.
Oh, it looks like it's a special creature ability. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Charge. Not item charges. I want... Okay, let's look up the player's handbook here.
No, it looks like it's potentially only gaining an advantage.
Okay. You charge up and totally miss.
Bugger!
How many hit points did the last guy have?
Well, over 50 damage was dealt to him, so
Right, okay.
hard to tell. But the first attack did not kill him.
And the first attack was how many?
Would you get Brian something like 10 or 11?
11.
Gotcha.
8. No. 6.
Was it? Okay.
6. But it just put him in wounded. Hopefully that was a surprise attack anyways. Or was it?
It was surprise. It is surprise round, so.
Okay, so he can't attack back this round anyway.
Yeah, I don't actually see a charge ability anywhere.
Oh, I just looked up on the D&D wiki.
Is it something anybody can do?
Yeah, it just says, as an action, you may move up to your speed and attack as part of the same action. You gain advantage on the attack roll by doing so. But even if you can make multiple attacks in a round, it only benefits the first attack you make in that round, unless something says otherwise. You still provoke opportunity attacks as normal. Anybody making an opportunity of attack against you gains advantage on their attack roll. You must move at least 10 feet. You have to charge your entire length at them. You can't charge over difficult terrain. You must charge toward the valid target. You cannot charge if you have no idea where your target is. You cannot charge through another creature's face. You must end your charge at the closest position from your starting attack.
Okay.
And then if you're using a lance, you get double damage.
Alright. Who is next here? So, what?
Well, wouldn't it still be our team for a surprise?
Yeah, I'm going to the next person. I'm just scrolling past these guys. Trio.
Okay, Treo. 5 attacks. Kill them all.
I closed it again. Damn it.
The Treo launches 5 daggers. 5 gonna drop.
So he can't really charge. So go there. And then shoot with the crossbow. That's a hit. Okay, the guy failed his save.
Oh.
Oh.
What the heck is that? Oh, poison.
And then... So this should be on him. That's an effect. I guess I have to put that on him first. Okay, I'm just going to do damage to him again and then minus the amount from the first roll. And it still doesn't do it. How that's supposed to work. Alright, I'll count that as 5 and then 3 more of these. Okay, so that's 8, 9, and 5 is 14 more. All right. And he starts to, like, his skin turns black as he succumbs to the poison.
Okay.
And Pauline.
Trejo again. Let's see. Yep. We're gonna go there. And then I will cast Scorching Ray.
On
Start
this guy
with
down here.
the closest guy there.
Oh yeah, because you get multiple.
Yep.
This is the priest, yeah.
Let's see, 1 second.
And that's a ray, so and it will give you advantage for the ray attack.
Okay, good.
Surprise round.
Oops.
Oh, I should actually
That's it.
have made you make a stealth check. I should make one for the assassin too.
Advantage or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is going terribly wrong. I was right clicking and then I was hoping it would like
Okay, so you're scorching.
Run out of
Ray is definitely
extra
gonna hit.
dice. Yeah. So just ignore this first stealth roll. It just never did.
Let's ignore that one.
Yep. I'll just go with a regular.
know what's wrong with 179.
Yep. Okay. Then, yeah, I'll go back to finish my raise. So the first
Yeah, your stealth
one,
was enough to make sure they don't see you.
Yep. First one was 22.
Yep. Does that much damage to the close guy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack him again.
Yep.
Cool. This much? Ooh, that's not very much. Third ray. That should still be advantage, I think, but that's gonna hit.
Mm-hmm.
That much.
All right.
Damaged a lot, but not dead.
Okay, I'm gonna get Mithra 15, 30. And he is gonna use the hand crossbow on the same guy. Hand crossbow. Miss. Oh, he would have advantage. That'll hit. So the first one is. Okay, let's see if I can do this time. gets the sneak attack. Why doesn't it give the sneak attack? Oh, do you give it to the guy? You put it on yourself, maybe? There it is. Okay. Anyways. That was gonna kill that guy anyway. Alright, so that guy's out. No healing for them. And then he has another attack. 20, 30, 45 on that guy. And what's the range on a hand crossbow?
Fair bit. Probably 60, 120 or something, or better.
30, 120. So that's going to be lose the disadvantage, so just straight roll. So straight roll hand crossbow on this guy. 18, nice. Okay, so now do I need to put the effect on him again? Okay, put the effect on yourself, and then damage on that guy. Perfect. Okay, that's how it works. Alright, so that guy takes 9. Okay, you guys have come in like a storm on this camp, man. Alright, I'm gonna take a short break and then I'll be right back. If you guys want to continue this combat, or do you want to just stop at this round? This is the first normal round.
I mean, we can finish it. Like, do you mean that?
I just need like a 5-minute. I just need a 5-minute break if we're gonna keep going. So I gotta go.
What do you think?
To the bathroom. And
let's take the 5-minute break and finish this, so that when we start next time, if the other two are with us, we can start playing with all of us rather than.
Yeah, good idea.
So you want to finish it then? Okay.
Finish
cool.
it.
All right, I'll be right back then.
Okay, me too.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey. Brian was also taking a few minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll need to take another break in about 10-15 minutes if we're not done.
Okay.
I am back.
There.
Okay, so it's your turn, Marash. Okay, is there anybody you guys don't see now? That's everybody now. Oh, and this guy.
So, if that...
You can change.
No,
you can change what you're doing.
Well, I'll just move to here, because
You would have seen that guy.
I would have seen him.
Yeah.
Actually, I can attack from a diagonal, right?
Yeah, you can attack diagonal.
Yeah, I would attack him. As soon as I see him. Not advantage, correct?
One thing you might want to do is you might want to get in with those three, because then they can't attack anyone else without getting an opportunity attack from you. You are the tank.
I am the tank. Yeah. Okay. That's good. I'm raging already.
Yeah, so you're not going to take much damage from them. Okay. Oh, he was already hit before, yeah. He is done. It says unconscious. Oh yeah, I can just delete him. There's no mercy for the unconscious.
No. No mercy for Burskin.
Alright, although you did probably want to take a prisoner.
There's still a couple.
Alright, so now it is... Oh, I haven't rolled initiative for the enemy. So, unfortunately, this is going to re-roll the initiative for... Oh, what the hell. I'll re-roll for your other two buddies as well. Yeah, they moved up. So, actually, it's Treo then. Okay, so he will go... I keep doing that.
He will go here and stab guy through 10.
There. 10, 15, 20, 30. No, it'll go there. There instead. 5, 10, 20. Still not close enough. Okay, he was what, here? 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I might as well just go right up there. I'll shoot at this guy in... Yeah, he can reach this guy, I think is gonna be... Okay, don't do that again. Yeah, I think you can hit this guy at close range with the... Oh yeah, he has a light crossbow, not a hand crossbow. So his is better anyway.
Nice.
Okay, and that's gonna be... he still hasn't acted yet, so he still gets a sneak attack on him.
Now I remember why I always like playing rogues.
Yep. This guy's this assassin specialty too, which is brutal for a higher level guy.
Hmm.
All right. So, oh yeah, he's supposed to, so imagine the light crossbow is not, he's not using a light crossbow, he's actually using, throwing knives. So he's like,
So what did I say? I say
he's throwing machetes.
Yeah, but I said at the beginning of battle. Trio comes in, throws 5 knives, 5 guys drop.
Yeah.
Was I wrong?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Okay, now it is finally one of their turns. And this guy's gonna move around there and attack you with advantage. He hits. Pretty good hit. Next guy, same thing.
Maybe you'd like to for
Wait,
him to
he should roll to hit first.
I don't mind the 2 damage.
Yeah,
It
it definitely was a hit. Okay, and then it is Mithra's turn. Actually, I really should just put him after Pauline, because that's where he was. So go ahead, Pauline.
Okay.
Get that straggler on the far side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll do another scorching ray, I think.
All right.
13.
Miss.
Miss. Oh, you, do you get... No, you don't get advantage if you're...
Got good damage in the second one.
Only on surprise you did.
Ugh,
Oh,
Blah.
that's unfortunate.
All right. go that far. Nice. That's with his first attack. Oh wait, rogues get a sneak attack if they... Sneak attack has advantage when the target's with... Yeah, I think he still gets advantage on that guy because he hasn't acted yet.
If he hasn't acted yet and he's still flat-footed, yeah. Everyone gets advantage against someone who hasn't acted yet, but they get sneak attack because they have advantage.
Yeah, he already did sneak attack, so that's done. And the veteran comes out. What's going on here?
Nothing.
Who's this guy? And he'll attack again. And this one is going to go... How do I get this onto him? I don't think that's working properly. Maybe I can copy yours. Drag onto new effect target. Let's see that. what to do. I'm screwing up your rage.
No.
I was trying to drag it on this guy so I could give him the rage. He's supposed to rage here. I don't know how to make this work. I'm just gonna put in rage and know that he will have the same benefits as you.
Is it bear rage or just rage?
Bear rage. Okay, so it gives you advantage on strength and damage 4 and resistance to all except psychic. Okay. So it doesn't give you advantage on attack or anything, right?
No. Advantage check on strength rolls and advantage check on.
No, it doesn't see the way to add their abilities onto their. I can't even make him do a reckless attack either. Alright, forget it. He just won't do it. So where is this guy anyway? Okay, so we hit him. Do you have your mage armor on?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, I'll be right there. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this damage and then I'll be right back.
My armor class is 16.
Okay, so there you go. Okay, I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Right.
Points.
Right.
Survive that.
I was thinking, oh, no problem. 2 guys left, 3 guys left. And then the veteran comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Bear berserkers.
Yep. Trejo will save us.
Right? Get him with the poison.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm quite okay with that.
Pardon?
I'm quite okay with that.
Yep.
These guys don't deserve honorable deaths.
What is their story anyway? I mean, they killed a lot of your
They
people.
raided my barbarian group. Apparently along the way they also killed 2 of my brothers. But their Pagoda, who is their feels that he can run the empire. Because he heard about a barbarian that came down and did this, right? Now the barbarian that came down and did it is a pretty just rule, but this guy's a nut job.
I gotcha.
So. And if he's messing with demons and stuff like that, definitely.
Right, yeah, well, I mean, that gets my thing going.
Yep.
Yeah, that demonic leader guy is, I'm sure he's gotta go.
He's gotta go.
Yeah.
Yep. I bet the voices in your head are saying, hey, he's gotta go.
Yeah, they would. They will once they figure it out, I'm sure.
Mm. So, sorcerer, is that right?
I'm a warlock.
Warlock. And you can cast any of your spells. You don't have to predetermine what any of them are.
Yes, I don't have that many.
Okay.
And there's an interesting thing, like I basically get 2 spell slots, and I can get them back after a short rest. So I can really only cast 2 spells, you know, in a combat. But they're all at max level, so they're all 2nd level casting. But even my 1st level spells are all cast at 2nd level, so
Oh, nice.
you know, they get Charm Person does extra people, and Burning Hands does an extra die and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah. I hadn't played a warlock before, so it's interesting.
Yeah, I'm back, and I just got to be a little bit quiet now.
Mm-hmm.
The berserker quietly rages.
Lucky. Okay, and oh, sorry, both of those guys are raging, so you should get an extra 8 on you. You're looking pretty rough.
If it's 16, yeah, that's a lot different than 8.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they each get +4 more for the rage, so
Right.
that was 2 hits that you took. So it's 8 more damage, so you're at 20 damage right now. You may need some help over there.
Yep.
Well, that was their turn. Barash's turn now.
Okay. I will attack. Solid.
Nice. Okay, Trio. He is gonna run over here. And sandwich this guy. So advantage for him. Alright, I'll get that. Okay, so he saves against the poison.
And he's only taken half damage, right?
Oh yeah, so he should get 11 back. Number 1. Oh, is it doing it? Wait. He took... Oh no, sorry, he took 17, so... He should get... He should have only taken 8. Okay, and then... Oh, that was his first attack. And then he gets... one more. Miss. Okay. Oh, that's a miss. Okay. Alright, Pauline. You still there?
Sorry, muted.
Ah,
Yeah, I can't cast at this range without drawing opportunity attacks, but I do have a +1 dagger now. Let's see if I can eliminate this guy here. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Like those.
There we go. Damage.
What, how can we get +4?
My regular +4.
Oh, Dex is added to
Dagger.
Yep, Dex +1.
a finesse weapon.
Yep.
But still, a +1 for...
Magic weapon. +3 for Dex.
Oh, you have a 16 Dex?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. 11 points, so that goes down to 5. Oh wait, that's number. You went on to number 3.
Yeah, the one that was almost dead there.
How did he? Oh, because he took damage before he was raging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that would be -6. Okay. All right, so he will go over here. Get some.
Good.
Well, I have to take that off, so it's 11. It's going to be a 5, or take away 6. Okay, but he has.
Isn't cut? Oh, not quite.
But he's got another one.
Now
Nope.
oh, he's died. Well, almost died.
Okay, so this guy's gonna move over here. What the hell, cat? Alright. So he's got. Oh, okay, a bit more there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so this guy is gonna. So obviously he's gonna keep attacking you because he's got advantage there, so.
Doesn't Mithra negate the other guy's
Well,
advantage? I thought that's how it works. As soon as somebody flanks him, he can't really be considered active.
I don't even know. Let me just check that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the way that it works is the only so Mithra would take away the bear skin, just like Bearskin 1 would take away Polyam.
I don't even see anything in here. Yeah, I don't even see where it says. I don't even know if like flanking is a thing anymore. Yeah, let's look that up. Flanking in 5e. It's an optional role. Yeah, it just says if you have at least one ally within 5 feet of the same enemy on opposite sides, and it is flanked, and you get advantage. So it doesn't matter if the other guy's there or not. Alright, so he will take that attack on Holliam. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
You're saved. Until this guy attacks. And he will attack you too. Oh, that should have been 2 of those. Oh, now it's... So wait, what? He still misses, I think. What's your AC right now?
16.
Yeah, he missed. Okay, so that's their turn. Brush.
Ah,
Damn.
it's a long wait for a miss.
Yeah. Alright, let's see if he can get this guy away from you. Yeah, I guess he'll just attack with advantage. That's gonna hit. So the effect, the damage. 23 is gonna be 11 damage. Pause. Okay, come on, Fantasy Grounds. What's going on?
Whose turn is it now?
I'm just waiting for Fantasy Grounds 2. It says not responding right now. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I'm gonna move this over here so I can see it better. Alright, so he took... Which guy is this? Number 1. He should have taken 11, so I'll give him 12 back. Wait, how come he has 19? That doesn't make sense. Oh. It halved it now. That's so weird. Now it's reading his rage for some reason.
Mm-hmm. It even says it in the thing. Takes half.
Alright. So that was his... So now he has to make the Constitution save. He does not.
Fails. They get rain.
Okay, but he's still taking half of that, so 16 instead.
16.
So he had, what did he have before? 19, 16.
He should be at 3.
30. Yeah. Okay. And then the second attack. So now it is 7 would have been half to 3 would have been done it. So yeah, he is down. And then it is Bearskin Warrior number 3. Next guy, same thing.
Push. They can miss anytime they like. Just saying.
You're barely wounded. You haven't even reached half yet.
Yeah, no, they're still just pounding on him.
And then Paulian.
Finish him.
Yeah, let's see what I can do there. Yay. Down.
Okay, yeah. This time he's down.
Excellent.
Okay. Now you guys can help Barash.
Oh, you can take a potion.
Yeah.
Down.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Still the light critical.
It's not good.
Oh, double 8s. Alright, back to Barash. Okay. Hey, where'd the, Oh, I traded on the wrong guy.
No, I don't think you did.
I only
It
did...
says damage to veteran.
Yeah, I didn't do, the sneak attack.
Oh.
That's another 10 to him. And save versus Poison. Nope.
Okay.
Right.
Based on the time left, can we say we subdue this guy?
Sure.
I think it's a pretty foregone conclusion.
You could also like save the leader and keep him. He's probably the one that's going to know the most.
Fair. So we will dispatch.
We'll continue that later.
Yes, we can continue the interrogation later.
So we can just say that you captured the leader of a raiding party, of a bearskin raiding party.
Sounds good.
Although someone will have to make either a healing check or or use a potion on them, because you don't have a healer with you. So
Can you not just stabilize somebody these days?
if you make
I've
a healing
got,
check, you can.
That was 14.
I think that is good enough. Yeah, I think it's just a DC 10 to stabilize somebody.
Cool.
So yeah, you stabilized them, and then you can wake them up later.
Sounds good.
All right, so we will see you guys next week.
You bet. Thanks for the game, guys.
All right,
Thank you. Good night.
Night.
good night. And I'm not even gonna do an outro today. I'm just gonna end it because we only have 2 viewers, so not even gonna go to. Oh, looks like somebody came on and said, "Hey, how's it going?" And it says, "Looks like I'm interrupting a game. I'll leave." Oops, I gotta watch my chat. It doesn't work very well when Zero's not here.